ultimate hello for people joining, because I really want you guys to experience what I have been practicing pretty much all morning. So, as you know, I like to greet you all with a very happy, chipper hello. And I was discussing with a friend of mine that I was kind of going for a Mrs. Doubtfire hello. And he actually sent me a very detailed description on how I can improve my my hello. Let me just change my light here a bit. And so, here goes. Hello! Okay, I'm working on it. I'm working. It's a work in progress. It's actually really hard to imitate Robin Williams as Mrs. Doubtfire. Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to Tuesday, December 12th, Inkspiration, where I will work to inspire you with the supplies I have here. So we're going to go with the landscape mode again, because so far everyone seems to be on board with it. I'm going to try and stay above the comments, so like over in this section. So this section will just be boring and plain, and I'll just put stuff here that I'm not using, like this. So today we are using the Maruman Mnemosyne notebook. This is the 195 size, which is like the A5. And you've probably seen it before if you have been here before. Next, we are using the Pilot Parallel in the 3.8 millimeter size. And as you can see, we're using the Herbin 1670, the anniversary edition Rouge Hematite, which was released, I guess, like 6 years ago now. And yeah, it's like, this is the original shimmer ink. So let's take a look, shall we? Many of you are probably already familiar with this ink. It comes in their older style, well, original style square bottle, and it has a wax seal on the cap. Now, the original had a wax seal that would spread onto the bottle, and you'd typically break the wax when you opened it. This is the slightly updated version. It still has a fairly narrow mouth, so if you have really big pens, you're probably going to want to like decant a little bit into a sample vial to make it easier to fill from, or use a pipette or a syringe or whatever floats your boat, depending on your pen. So it's a deep red, and I'm gonna see if I can, it's kind of hard. There is particles settling out. It has a really fine gold particle mixture. It's not as obvious as like the newer Shimmertastic inks or the newer like the Amethyste de l'Ural ink, but it's in there. So what you want to do is, as usual, give it a bit of a like a swirly, and then ink your pen. So I'm gonna put that back in the box. Then open my notebook. Everyone is so quiet in the chat. What are you guys doing in there? What's going on? It's snowing over here. That's what's happening. It's snowing. I'm looking at snow fall outside. Oh, this is kind of, okay, let me see. Okay. I am going to write, I'm gonna write hello. I'm just doing a random, like, hello style, which is, it's not really a style. It's just, I'm just doing things. Hello. Okay. Give that a tail, give that a tail, and that a tail. Ruckus. Oh my god, that is the cutest snowman emoji ever. Okay. We are using, oh, I didn't clean my pen properly after I inked it. Okay, so this is the Herbin. Okay, obviously it took forever to write that, so I'm just gonna go Rouge Hematite. You know I go on and on about the Pilot Parallels because these are just fantastic pens. $10, you get a great calligraphy pen. You can also use the corners to give you finer lines, and it's great. I really enjoy it. It's just a beautiful writer. The 3.8 is a nice size if you're not wanting to go to the 6.0 because that's obviously quite huge. So it's a nice like lower size. Wait, question. Did I say I didn't clean my pen properly? No, I didn't wipe down the section, like I didn't dry it off properly. So I have ink on myself now. It is clean, fear not. Okay. Rouge Hematite. Okay, and so the notebook. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Maruman. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna write minimum after this. This is the 195 notebook, and this is the let's do a curly happy pilot parallel, and this is the 3.8 millimeter. Okay, what am I missing? Not minimum, the most unholy word in cursive. Why? I don't understand. It's so pretty. Okay. What does he know? What do you know, SBRE Brown? Did I spell that right? Minimum. I was like, uh-oh. There's just so many loops, or so many swishes, thingies, that it's hard to tell. You love my handwriting. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. I write a lot, and I spend a lot of time trying out different styles of handwriting and seeing what works for me and like what doesn't work. If I see someone's handwriting that I really like, I'll kind of observe it, like see what it is I like about it and try to incorporate it into my own style. It's a lot of fun, and it's a great excuse for trying out new nibs, trying out new pens, different paper, and of course different inks. I probably have more ink than any sane person should have, but let's be honest, every one of you out there probably has more ink than any sane person should have, so I'm not the only one. Minimum. Doesn't that look cool? And apparently, if I do it right, let me see if I can do this. Okay, so I put 2 dots there, and then it would be a dot here and a dot there. And if you flip it, it should also sort of look like minimum again. Okay, that needs practice. But you get the picture. It's fun. It's a fun thing. Okay, let's take a look at the ink. I have a couple swabs out here. Oh, sorry, I'm just rearranging so I can see what's going on. This is the Rouge Hematite. It is a wild, stunning red. This is just like luscious, and it's sexy. I know how many people describe an ink as sexy. It is sexy. Look at it. It's a deep red, and the green sheen that you're seeing is actually the gold particles. So they're really like microparticles compared to the newer shimmer inks, in case you want a more incorporated, like emulsified look to it. So that is so hot, isn't it? Come on. Tell me this is hot. Okay. So the red, you can see on the edges, it's a little bit masked by the sheen. And on this particular paper, this is the coloring paper, it's like a little more pronounced. If you're using this is the Maruman notebook, you can actually see that you can see the red color a little easier. Up here, let's just take a look at that. It is so hot. Hot. If we compare it to, this is not quite dry, so I'm just gonna move this out of the way for a second. I'll hold these up a little higher in a second so you can see them a little better. The Waterman Audacious Red is a brighter red. Still shades nicely, but I would not really say that this has the same color as this. This one's, the Rouge Hematite's a little bit darker. This is Schaefer Script Red, which is very rich and saturated, especially on this swab. So that might be a little closer. I'll hold them up closer, just one second. And this is Robert Oster Burgundy, which is more of a burgundy, but I thought it was just kind of like a nice comparison anyway. So let me hold these up. We'll do these two and then we'll switch. You know, I'll take the burgundy out because it's a burgundy. There we go. Let me see. I don't know how close the camera will focus. Nice, nice stuff. Yeah. So this is truly a classic red ink, like a true red, nice and deep. In terms of pen hygiene with this kind of ink, if you let this ink dry out in your pen, it's not going to be fun to clean it out because it does have very emulsified, suspended particles in it, and that's just not going to be fun to clean out. So if you are going to use this ink, make sure you use it up and then clean your pen out. Don't let it dry out and sit around for months, which, to be honest, is what I would say about every pen and every ink. So especially if you have a pen that's a little bit harder to clean. So let us do some swirlies. I don't really want to get more red all over my finger. There aren't really a whole ton of particles sitting around in the feed, which is not a bad thing. It's just, I don't typically swirl my pen so much with this ink before I write. Nice red. It's a brighter red if you don't have a saturated section, like with the minimum, it's more saturated. This is a bit lighter on the color spectrum. And as it dries, you can see the green sheen forming, which is part of the, from the particles. Particles, that's the word I was going for. I can't talk. I can't think. It's Tuesday. This one looks red. It does look red. That is very true. It is really pretty, and it's a very festive ink. So why don't I write something festive? I'm gonna do that. Doesn't that sound like a good? I'm gonna do that. It's hot. It's a hot ink. Shall we do, I don't know how long this will take me to write, because if I actually try to write it nicely, it'll take forever. So let's just go ahead with this and just see what happens, shall we? Okay, that's supposed to be an M. It's horrid. This is an E and an R. Okay, so that's supposed to be a Mary. I'm changing styles here. You know what? Just deal with it. Okay. Mary. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this. No, that's not right. There we go. Forget that extra tail. You know what? Okay. Let's just keep going. I never said I was a calligrapher. This is all a journey. Also, if I keep distracting you by rambling, maybe you will forget about the hideous thing I have just done. Am I spelling this right? Oh, this is the worst part about when you're focusing on your letters, is that I forget how to spell. It does happen. This is not a diamine ink. This is a Herbin ink. This is the 1670 Rouge Hematite. Did I read that correctly? Yes. Is it a diamine ink? It is not. Okay, so this is just going from bad to worse, but just bear with me here. Let me just finish the word before you laugh. I really enjoy doing S's. Like, I really like the little swooshes. It's really fun. It's a lot of fun. Okay, and then we are going to turn my nib and do a bit of splatter because it looks like, I don't know, Santa was butchered. Or Rudolph sneezed or something because, you know, because he's got the red nose. If he sneezes red, that's not good. That means he's not doing well. Okay, let's go with this. There we go. Merry Christmas. Isn't that nice? And it's so festive. It's so happy. And I love it. I think, I know some people are, you know, you're unsure of whether you'll ever use an ink like this. And I definitely use this around the holidays and for birthdays and stuff like that because it's just such a fun, pretty ink. That's typically what I use my shimmery inks for, in addition to arty type of things. So the bottle is 50 mils. It is $26, but it's gonna last you a while. So that's, you know, I think I've done worse on ink, so. Do I have a good book to learn my lettering style? I actually have not used a book to learn my lettering style, and I'll look into that and I will come back to that, because when we moved, I just didn't bring any books with me. So we have a couple good books on the website that you could check out. Like there's a calligraphy by Eleanor Winters, which she does great books. Because I had the Mastering Copperplate Calligraphy book, which was really good. When we moved again, I didn't bring it. So you can always check that one out. We have a couple options. It depends what kind of style you're going for, and you know, if you want to do like a formal, or just some kind of horrid messy style that I do. You used it for your cards this year and put the bottle back into the box for yeah. Put it away for next year. It's perfect for that. So it'll last you a long time, right? Especially if you use it in a sparing fashion. But really, you can use this regularly and it's still gonna last you a long time, because 50 mils is quite a bit. There we go. Okay, all right. I'm gonna sign out and let you guys resume your lives at work and home and play and whatever you're up to. Thank you all so much for joining. I hope this was inspiring and festive and fun. And we'll see you Friday, actually. So have a great week in the meantime. And if you're being snowed on, well, stay safe and warm. Okay, bye everyone.